Alright boys, I want to talk about something that I've had my eye on for a while now. The dev said that this weapon was going to get a rework in the most recent patch, and it did, plus it also got a catalyst. And that weapon is Arbalest. Now Arbalest kind of sounds like a little bit of a troll pick, but not really. Like, it was still really good against elemental shields, but now it is getting anti-barrier, or already has anti-barrier, and they gave it a catalyst, which I actually got it from doing comp. I don't know if it's dropping from PvP Crucible only. I don't know if that's just where I got it from. So maybe you want to hop in there if you want to get the catalyst. But I got it and I grinded it out. I think you need about 450 to 500 kills with this weapon. I just loaded up Soro Chi so I can keep getting that raid banner. But what the catalyst does is it gives it about plus 20 in handling, gives it one more bullet in the magazine, which is great. But it also gives it the perk Genesis. Now what this perk says it does is breaking a combatant shield with this weapon fills his magazine from reserves. Energy weapons regenerate ammo on hit when matching the damage type to the combatant shield. Now since this doesn't have an element, Arbalest is a kinetic weapon, it's a kinetic linear fusion. It does allow you to get that first part of the perk though, so once you break a combatant shield with this weapon, it refills the ammo from reserves. Whether if you're just trying to ad clear, get a couple sniper kills, boom, you see an elemental shield or a barrier champion, which by the way, it one bangs barrier champion shields. So they pop the barrier, one shot, boom, it's popped, and you can just do damage. Now this weapon also comes with disruption break. So once you break an enemy shield with this weapon, that target is going to take 50% more damage for kinetic weapons for about 5 seconds. That is just nuts. So once you pop a barrier champion shield, they're going to take so much more kinetic weapon damage, so you can just keep using your Arbalest, or if your team wants to use kinetic grenade launchers or kinetic snipers, whatever they want to do, really, it doesn't matter as long as the champion dies. But your Arbalest is going to do more damage to that target. Same thing with elemental shields, which is why I think that this weapon is probably going to be my go-to whenever I don't want to use a seasonal mods, because it has anti-barrier properties now, plus it's also good for just any element type. So if I don't want to run like a bow or something like that, like a void bow, I can just use Arbalest, take care of all the shields and the barrier shields, and I'm good. Like, I'm literally good. I can use whatever weapon you want. Like for this week, there is no, or sorry, for this season, there's no SMG mods, and I was doing the Nightfall this week and I was using an SMG and I was using Arbalest. So it's like, you don't really have to stick with what the seasonal mods are if you have Arbalest. Now you don't need the catalyst. I just think it's good to have the catalyst because you can generate orbs of power, plus you get the more ammo in the magazine, and then you get Genesis, which is always nice. But the catalyst is not required. You can just use Arbalest in its base form, and I think it'll do just fine. Now my question is, does this weapon render Ariana's Vow obsolete? And honestly, I think it kind of does, because Ariana's Vow is locked to that. It's a solar weapon, so it's locked to only dealing with solar shields, while Arbalest can deal with all shields and it has anti-barrier. The one thing that Ariana's Vow has over Arbalest is that it has more ammo, which, I mean, fine, Arbalest does more damage, and we also can take advantage of particle deconstruction for this season, although that's not going to be around after this season, so we can take advantage of that with Arbalest. But still, I kind of have a feeling that maybe Ariana's Vow is just going to fall out of its place, because why would I use Ariana's Vow when you can just use Arbalest? Unless you just really have a hard-on for using kinetic primary weapons, you can just use Arbalest and you would be fine. So I honestly think that if you don't have either one, like Arbalest or Ariana's Vow, get Arbalest, because you don't need Ariana's Vow now, unless in the future maybe they rework it or they buff it, which maybe they will, because it just seems like it's kind of obsolete now. So maybe just hang on to it or go get it just in case. But still, I think you'd be just fine using Arbalest. I want to take this into a GM because I think it's that good. Honestly, it's that good. It's like a sniper almost, because you can take care of enemies from far away, has anti-barrier, you can deal with all elemental shields. Like, why wouldn't I use this gun? So there you boys have it. Get yourself an Arbalest, get the catalyst, farm it out, go to Soro Chi, or you can even go to the beginning of the new dungeon, or if you just want to do any activity, use Arbalest, get the catalyst, and go into a Nightfall and just see how good it is. You guys will not regret it. But go ahead and hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, go follow my Twitch, go follow my Twitter, my Instagram. I post on there all the time. I'm going to start streaming more, so definitely be on the lookout for that. I'm going to start streaming on Twitch actually. So yeah, go follow my Twitch, and I will see you guys next time.